I'm starting to regret that we didn't see Antigua Shipyard a lot more often. That intro is actually pretty cool. Bottom of the map, starting with a 1-0 map score into this best of 3. To the second map is the Zerg player for Team FXO. He is
FXO Leenock,
which is Korean for merciless. It's, by the way, not true, guys. Top right, top left, we have his opponent, the Terran player, the only Terran player in the Blizzard Cup this year, and he's already out. He's playing for pride and his ideas.
AGIM MVP,
most valuable Terran this year.
Yeah, I guess so.
Look at those pins on his shirt, they tell the story. Not the story of the end of 2012.
In this group, he was actually the most valuable punching bag, and that's something that I've never thought I would say. For me, it's heartbreaking. I personally had MVP picked to either take rank 1 in this group or to take rank 2 and be one of the main contenders for this tournament. But now, after we have him in 4 best of 3s already, he won a single map. It's not even that he lost these best of 3s, he was only able to win a single map, and that was the map that he won against DRG. It was the first one. Things started off awesome for MVP. Taking 1-0 against DRG, it looked like he was able to take the best of 3, but then DRG takes the series and suddenly MVP is not only out of the tournament, but he's also the 4th player.
Yeah. And, I mean, Leenock needs this win. MVP stands in his way. Leenock now sees the CC first. He's taking gas again, but it's not necessarily going to be for roach pressure. He could go for it again, though. This map is a little bit tougher to execute it on, though.
He could. And MVP, of course, he wants to turn things around. I mean, this is not about him already being out of the tournament. This is about him being 0-3 in the group. And that's not what you want if you are MVP. I mean, this guy is, for a reason, rank 1 in the GSL ranking. This is the best, the most consistent player in the entire world who has a bit of a rough year end in 2012. Yeah. But he doesn't want things to end like this.
No, definitely not. This is just unfortunate. Nothing you can do at this point to fix what has already happened, but going down with a single win on his belt would at least make him feel a little bit better. You know, when he started his first best of 3 against DRG, he looked like you know, he's got it in him. He looked like, all right, yeah, MVP, just like I thought. He's going to be able to maybe get out, maybe get top 3 in this group, but did not continue that way.
He definitely has it in him. And well, guys, we mentioned it earlier and I want to mention it again. If you are a Terran fan and an MVP supporter, then definitely add him on Twitter. His Twitter account is LGIMMVP. On the other hand, we have, of course, our Zerg player in red. His Twitter account is at FXO Leenock. Add them on Twitter and send them a tweet. You can do the same for the two of us at ProxyWolf and at Kaldor. Definitely make sure you use Twitter as a tool, hashtag GSL and also the Blizzard Cup if you tweet about the tournament. This is only the first day. Tomorrow we'll be back with Group B. A lot of action this week, and so far the tournament has been awesome. Yeah. A little bit sad for the Terrans, of course, but the games in general have been great.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I found them highly entertaining. There's a lot of tension in this group.
Oh yeah, and a lot of very, very interesting builds that we've seen so far.
Tomorrow's group's going to be interesting as well, so don't forget about that. MVP now going for the tech lab on the barracks. But we see the starport follow-up does not look very likely as he's already added 2 barracks.
You know, the thing is, MVP, I can understand why he picks the map. It's a very strong map for Terran. But Leenock likes to play here. Leenock really likes to play on Antigua Shipyard. He's one of those players who usually doesn't even try to take a third unless he finds himself in a huge lead and realizes that it's easy. But usually he's completely happy just staying on 3 bases, then saving them or securing them with a couple of spine and spore crawlers and then go for a brutal timing. That's kind of his style on this map.
By the way, MVP pulled his SCVs out of his natural for a little while and then put his Marines in a bunker on the high ground and walled up like he was scared an attack was coming, but nothing is coming. Fast layer is coming.
Yeah.
Probably for Mutalisk because he only has 1 evolution chamber with +1 armor coming down. Marauders coming out, and you can see double Hellions going down on the barracks. Looks like MVP may want to hit a timing attack with Medivacs, a few Hellions, Marine Marauder.
He checks the third base, but there is nothing at the third. The Queen is already picking away at those Hellions.
If he angles it a little bit better, he can take out these tumors, but not quite able to do it.
Yeah, that was close. Leenock realizing what was happening. And how many Marauders does he actually get? Is this just going to be a Marauder and Hellion attack?
He's going to get double Reactor Marines to support this as well. So he's going to have a ton of units. It's actually a really cool timing attack.
That can be scary. The thing is that Leenock already goes for the Baneling now. And the Creep strat, so he should be fairly safe here.
I think he's got a pretty good read on what's happening.
It also depends on what exactly Leenock decides to do with this attack, and he goes into Spire. Depends on how many Marines we're gonna see here. Yeah. It's gonna be difficult. It will come down to the control of the Mutalisks and the Banelings if MVP really tries to go for a timing attack here.
Everything points to that. He's gonna have Stim, but he's gonna wait for combat shields and a few medevacs. MVP is actually supply blocked. And quite heavily. He cannot start his medevac. As soon as that depot's done, he starts first 2 medevacs. He wants to keep his Marauder production up as well. His production has really suffered actually as a result of these supply blocks. He's actually making only Marines now. Only made 3 Marauders in total. Wants to have the extra DPS the Marines can offer him, especially against potential Brutalist play.
24 Zerglings now on the map, and this will definitely give Leenock an edge to surround those Hellions if MVP doesn't pay attention. And it really looks like MVP is going to head into a timing attack here.
Yeah. This is...
Stim being used already, and well, Leenock now knows there are a lot of bio units on this map already.
Baneling speed started.
And also +1 attack.
He needs more Lings though.
The Lings are trying to get away here.
Buys him a little bit of time.
There's the Spire done, and he gets 5 Mutalisks.
I think he needs more Banelings. He only has 6 right now.
Well, you know, if he uses the Baneling skirt on the creep and forces the Marines back a little bit, long enough so that the Mutalisk can dish out their damage against the Hellions, that's going to be worth it. But the Spinecrawler is also in position, and MVP, he might be ahead in overall supply, but he needs to be really careful. If he doesn't hit the timing well, Leenock is going to crush him.
Speedling attack actually at MVP is natural, losing some SCVs here.
Yeah, Leenock already lining everything up to take this fight, but MVP moves back and pauses the game. Oh, wow.
Oh, this is the worst possible moment for a pause ever.
And he already has a warning, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so what does that mean? Because if something is wrong with his keyboard, then what happened?
I can't see the gesture of his
Does
fingers.
he have something in his hand? I think that's the key.
Stuck in his keyboard.
I don't know what just happened, but he already has a warning, and I'm not quite sure how this is going to affect things. But with 2 warnings?
Well, it affects him negatively, but I'm not sure if Leenock gets the win here. I doubt it. I think that we'll probably just have an instant resume, which is going to be really awkward.
Oh, his keyboard is broken. Of course he needs the F keys because he saves like the position. But that is really unfortunate because the rules at GOM usually work.
His keyboard is continuing to press one of the keys.
Oh.
So...
but the problem is that your own equipment is usually your responsibility. That is really annoying now. And if we just look at the position where we are paused, MVP is about to be surrounded by Zerglings. I don't know if there are enough though. That's really annoying now. I mean, if one of the F keys is actually broken, then he will probably just jump back to a location over and over again.
Yeah.
Or the key will override one of his other keys. Alright guys, I'm not quite sure what is gonna happen now. But yeah, of course we have a bit of a problem here with the equipment of MVP, and this is a very unfortunate situation, especially since we are already like 11 minutes into the game, and also at a point where Leenock is just about to engage. Can we actually change the tabs? Yeah, we can. 33 Zerglings are just about to surround the forces of MVP. We have 28 Marines, not all of them with the army.
He has +1, not finished yet.
Yeah,
that is for
Combat
MVP.
Shield also
Combat Shield's not done. On the other hand, Leenock is about to have Baneling speed. He also has +1 Carapace for his Zerglings right now.
And we are still on the edge of creep with Leenock having a few of those,
I feel like what's about to happen the second this is on pause, Leenock's going to pull back a little bit, he's going to lose a few of his Lings, then he's going to wait for Baneling speed, he's going to pull back on the creep. MVP's going to scan, kill some of the tumors, and then keep pushing through.
You know, I really feel that that Leenock saw this, what was coming, and MVP already trying to pull back, and Leenock is like, no, wait a second, you will stay here, I want to have this. This is like too yummy for my Zerglings, I want to take this now. He has 6 Banelings that are just waiting. Is it 6 in total? Yeah. 6 Banelings that are just waiting to crush into this Bio Ball, but the Banelings are a little bit to the right side, so I could see both. I could see him trying to surround it. At the same time, I could also see Leenock trying to just break it up because he realized I might not have the Zergling numbers just yet.
Basically, what I think they're saying is he's... I don't know which button it is that they're talking about in question, but basically he's disabled it now on the keyboard, and he's just like, well, I'm just not going to use that button. So, and everyone's like, is that uncomfortable for you? And he said, yeah, but I don't have a choice, so I'm just not going to use it.
All right,
and
guys.
we're going to unpause now. Right in the middle of the battle.
I hope we jump in.
And the Lings are pulled back. He disengages. And of course, MVP gets another warning. That's really insignificant considering that he can't win anyways.
Yep. It comes down to the map.
Baneling speed is almost done. He may surround this army. MVP is sitting idly here.
And here we go. He's moving in. The Banelings, the first ones, they connect. Another one runs in. The Mutalisks trying to do the damage. And the supply is dropping for MVP. The Mutalisks are doing a good job. Zerglings on the ground. Yes, for now, MVP might have won the battle, but I feel that the reinforcements... Oops, there are no there they are.
There they are. They come. And now he's got, you know, a heavy Marauder force. This is actually really close. Leenock, though, I think you're right. I think he's got the better end of the deal here.
And Leenock has 3 bases now. 3 bases against 2. He's even trying to run past his opponent's army to get into the natural once again and take down those reinforcements. He can catch the
reinforcements really easily here. That's only 5 Marines, and even if he picks up, that's going to be a pretty good deal for Leenock. He actually could get the siege tank. He decides to go for it. He's going to get the siege tank and a lot of these Marines. MVP goes for another attack.
And there are too many units.
The Banelings are not ready just yet, but I think he has enough Lings to buy the time, as well as the Spine Crawler here. SCV is coming off the line. MVP trying to make this work.
But MVP is falling behind right now. He's really falling behind. Here comes Leenock, engages again to the top left. We have so many SCVs killed already, 10 in total. The Zerglings are already gone, but there's no mining going on for MVP anymore. The Banelings are good.
The splits are good, but not good enough. MVP now dropping down 30 supplies. He's going to lose his medevacs here. This is not enough Marines. Actually, he can just fight them, and he does.
This is way, way too much for him to deal with. Leenock is going to take this, it seems.
He actually needs to pull his Marines. Oh, wow. He saves the Mutas, and he's just going to fight.
It is a 40 supply lead for Leenock at this stage of the game. Plus 2 attack for the Mutalisks are being researched right now. 2 bases for MVP, desperately trying to get the 3rd orbital up. Leenock already on 3 bases, has the better Mutalisk count. He's just streaming across the map with units. His army supply is 54 against 25.
So, you know, at this point, MVP just doesn't have much of a chance to take a 3rd base ever. Leenock is just going to sit outside of his base, potentially make a bunch of Banelings and attack him, or he could start his infestation pit now, just keep MVP occupied and run with the lead he has.
He gets the gas, he gets the upgrades, he's far ahead in both aspects already, and with a better Mutalisk count, he can also try to go into the main base and pick a few units off. As long as there's no 3rd base, he's completely happy. You can even see him going for the double evolution chamber now, because he knows the double upgrades is something that he can easily afford.
Yeah. And Leenock just, you know, he takes a lead. He's got to be careful, though. MVP is still narrowing the gap in supply. He's got the armory coming up so he can get his upgrades to 2-2. Uh-oh, though. He's going to lose maybe a reactor here. Going to force a stem at the very least. Forces the burn and gets the reactor.
Yeah, that's worth it for him here. He loses 1 Mutalisk, but he says, okay, well, taking down the reactor, that's all that I need to do now.
That really limits his production.
It limits your production. I know I have the better economy. You don't have a 3rd base. I'm already on 3. I'm going to take a 4th soon. The economy is just so much better. And with a +2 attack upgrade also for the Mutalisks, more than halfway done, he can soon go for a few hit-and-run attacks here. I'm actually even a little bit surprised that we don't see the infestation at the 4th base yet.
Man.
Oh god. Oh my god. Oh god, no.
This is the worst way to die, man, and then we might just watch it.
Holy check. No, 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 maybe. No.
No, he doesn't see it.
It's not close enough.
The Marines might potentially be baited by those Divas. He actually does not.
He tries to bait them, but that is not enough. The Zerglings
That's a big stim, though, and if he runs back up the ramp.
Oh, there come the siege tanks. He wants to take it, but he can't just yet. They have been stimmed. 50 supply lead. The Banelings in a good spot, but so far no detonation. The Marines are actually getting closer here.
Scan does not quite reveal the burrowed Banelings.
But now we go. Oh my god, Leenock. Didn't realize it.
I think if he unburrows them, they would probably still be able to detonate.
He's thinking about it. There we go. He takes them. 6-7 Marines, that's what he gets here.
The Mutalisk count started to get out of control. He's up to 27 now, going up to a 28th.
Yeah.
Final Mutalisk.
This is getting a little bit crazy. Look at the minerals that he has.
Look at the main base. He's got +2 for these mutas.
Look at everywhere. Camping the production is like, what? 5-6 Marines against my 25 Mutalists. So how many does he have? 28? That's fine. I can live with that.
He's going to go for a big attack now. The siege tank count for MVP is up to 5, but the Marine count is not enough to help support the siege tanks. He's going to take out the last of these Marines. He's going to be able to get the reactor. He gets the factory, actually.
Takes down the factory. +2/+2 has been started for MVP. He finds himself at an 80 supply deficit, and now everything is just dying. He could fight those Marines if he wanted to, but that would not really be a cost-efficient engagement. Look at all those Banelings in the middle of the map. We now have 13. He has the Zerglings as well. The Mutalisks are just on the prowl. They are always able to force a stim, and now they just take away the supply depots.
MVP has to come and stim into the main base once more. He's going to get out. He could get the eBay. He definitely will.
He will.
Gone. No armor for MVP, which makes the Mutalisk even better. Not even all the Mutalisk are together here. He is down to 25 now, but
Leenock should just take down more bases. The guy has 2,000 minerals.
And he's going to go for the attack. The Banelings are very far behind, but the Lings buy the time. And here come the Banelings. MVP is going to fall 2-0, giving Leenock a really good map score to finish things off.
Yeah.
GG.
GG. MVP is 0-4 in best of 3s and 1-7 in maps. That leaves him at a map score of -7 actually. Wow. And Leenock now is on the other hand on 3-1 and has a map score of +4. Sorry, no, +3. Alright. Okay, so we have to wait for DRG versus Parting. Let me just have a quick look. Of course, we have no break. We're going right into our best of 3. DRG is currently looking at a map score of +3. +3. Let me have a quick look. That's the same map score that Leenock has. DRG won against Leenock though. So if they would end up on being, if DRG loses, actually, if DRG loses against Parting now, he would not be first. Parting lost to Leenock, but what's the map score of Parting? Let me have a quick look. The map score of Parting is actually +2. So if Parting wins against DRG with 2-1, then Leenock and Parting are on the same map score and on the same score overall, both of them 3-1. That would mean that Leenock, who won over Parting, is going to take first place, and Parting would also be tied with DRG, but would have actually the same map score. I know DRG would actually drop down 1. Okay, so if Parting wins with 2-1, then DRG takes third place, Leenock takes first place, and Parting takes second place. If Parting wins with a 2-0, Parting takes first place, Leenock takes second place, and DRG takes third place. So DRG has to win, and if DRG wins, he takes the first place, and Leenock would take the second place, and Parting the third. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
This game is very critical. It decides everything. This is how things all come together here at the final part of this group. We have been here for 8 hours. And it may become 9 if this goes the full length of the best of 3.
Easy peasy.
And it all comes to a close here.
That actually means nearly 5 hours of sleep before we cast Iron Squid.
Yeah. That'll be a lot, man. Assuming we can actually get home in time and everything else. Take a shower.
Our last best of 3 of the day, guys. We have DRG up against Parting in the Blizzard Cup 2012. Jumping into the game right now here at the GSL Hotel.